joyous rising to myself. So I'm creating space for nurturing an innate eternal anthesis. And I saw this rising and I've transmuted it, and I'm so grateful. Last time this season I was speaking on how I was interacting with energies on social media and they were wanting to shame their facets and projecting it onto me because internal manifests, like internal shows, grows, and becomes external. I've dropped the dogmatic word of manifest, and yet what you put in your body creates the circumstances that you're growing and coming through. What you're putting on your skin, what you're eating creates the eczema, the blah, 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 blah. If you have acne, what you are eating is producing the chemical reaction in your being to create those pimples. As children, we can't do much about what we're experiencing because we are taught in perpetuation to be our parents, or lesser important versions of the originator, or carbon copy in the dogmatic, conformative, masked, bully, abusive narratives. As eternal infinite children who choose to claim the titles that are nurturing to us, or me, I have every say-so in what I'm experiencing. And so I was speaking on how energies were telling me to be still and calling me a yapper because they refused to communicate. If I wasn't supposed to be communicating, I wouldn't have the ability to speak. And even deaf babies have the ability to speak. You will not be shaming me because you shame facets of you as taught in dogmatic, bully, abusive narratives and perpetuation. Now, I no longer experience that. There was a whole lot of, you're not a friend to your facets, or the eternal infinite child that you are, you can never be a friend to me. Fact. A friend is a mutual bond of affection. I no longer have to deal with any experiences such as that. The other yay, a child essence, non-mutual bond of affection. We were just in the exact same type of experience, in the same space. My foster mom did the after-school program. Their parents sent them to the after-school program. That's the only reason why we exchanged energy. I'm worried about you, so for one, putting their perpetuation and their frequency of stressing about nothing, because I'm free. I have no bills. I am nearly growing food so I can transmute the store eternally for me and my lineage. And then when I spoke as I do, and while still wanting to call me Julesy, as though I'm that child that they remembered, you met a masked version. I was put on all kinds of neurological pharmaceutical drugs because my foster mother wanted me to act a certain way. Because she was abused as a child by the Catholic religion, and then she fully adopted it. Nuns beat children. And even if that's touching your hand, that's abuse. How you're choosing to speak to your children, calling them kids, that's abuse. They're not goats. They're not hooved mammals. And so being in these situations allows me to remember that every experience is fertilizer for innate eternal anthesis. And so I'm in the middle of fighting a public nuisance on land that isn't mine, where I get to stay, because the people who get free lot rent, are refusing to mow their grass around their trailer and mow the grass that they were supposed to. And the only reason why they've gotten free lot rent since before, for at least 25 seasons. So I'm cutting down some things because last season the police stopped me because I was outside, and they were like, hey, so who's supposed to be mowing this grass? Because, well, physical form of woman, it must not be you. And I was like, it's this man, this is his property, this person's supposed to be doing it and they're not, so you gotta go talk to him. And then I had spoken to this person and was like, I live over here, blah, blah, blah. That created a problem where I'm the solution. So I'm about to get a push mower this season, but I've been keeping the grass around me cut. I have 40 plus feet where I've cleared, or they refuse to, where I'm gonna be growing food. I won't ever have to cut it again. The middle section, I was wanting to cut it and I hadn't started yet, and now I've started chopping it down. I'm halfway through. I found a wild creeping cucumber this rising, which was interesting. And now I've spent 6 minutes doing some more innate accountability because I can. I just got done eating. I'm about to do the rest of my innate accountability, and we'll grow from there. I'll go to the bicicleta to create, and I will allow what I've cut down as rising thus far to dry so I can get deeper in there. I will remove the tree limbs that they threw in there for waste because they were too lazy to buy a wood chipper, which I bought for myself the other day to deal with this type of situation. And the giant ragweed will be innate natural free fertilizer that's not poisoning my food and my being with the pesticides and chemicals that the system